Hello and welcome to another video. You join me as I'm heading out for a 4-mile hike in the Kent countryside. With the amount of projects that I've got planned this year, I thought I'd start getting in some exercise. It's springtime now too, which means the weather is a lot better now. I also want to talk about an app that I use, AllTrails, and it's a bit of a secret weapon when I'm planning these trips out. So I've come out this morning, of all the places to come, of all the places I thought I could go for a hike, explore some new parts of the countryside. I decided to come here to a Canberra Park country park. For some reason, this is a location that really does like using the word park in it. Not sure why. It's only, again, a short trip down the road from where I am. I've come out in the middle of the day for once as well. Most of my photography, most of my filming, I'll end up doing right at the start of the day, or as it's soon to be the case, right at the end of the day, because you know how much I love golden hour. But I thought I'd come out today to this spot here during the day because spring is really on the way. We've got some lovely daffodils in the area. Not sure what we'll be able to photograph, not sure what we'll be able to capture, but it's a nice combination of being able to do some photography, do some hiking, get in some exercise. If we come across something, great. If we don't, I'll be surprised, you know me, I'll find something to capture. With spring really on the horizon, one of the things that I really wanted to focus on this spring, of course we've got the bluebells, we've got poppies, I'm really looking forward to. I want to try and find some wild garlic at some point in the year. But the other thing that I really wanted to try and capture, and is, what's the word? It just reflects. Does it reflect? Is that you really relate to, I'm trying to say, with the English countryside around this time of the year. It's, as you can see over my shoulder, you've got these lovely yellow fields of rapeseed oil. And if you struggle with hay fever, like I do at times, this is one of the worst, this is one of the absolute worst plants to set you off. So if I start sneezing anytime soon or over the coming months, you'll know why. Because this stuff can be evil at times, especially around your eyes. But at the same time, as a photographer, it's one of those small sacrifices I'm willing to make, actually. So I'm just walking down this path, but I shouldn't be walking down here. I should be walking back down that way, actually. But as I was driving, I think the fields going over in the distance there, and you've got actually a combine harvester or a tractor farming the fields at the moment. But I saw this rapeseed oil and I thought to myself, you know what, there might be a composition worth shooting, worth capturing. I think this is going to be one of those occasions where you actually do roll your eyes at me, and I'm really sorry for having to say this, but those shots of the pylons surrounded by the yellow of the fields, nice early start, nice early capture of what spring can show in terms of the English countryside. Hopefully there'll be more to see as well. I'd like to try and find some blossom on the trees. I've found some dotted around my hometown at times, but typically it's those moments where you see it and you think, oh, that looks so beautiful. Love to be able to take a shot of it. But there's the difference, isn't there, between taking a shot for the sake of it and taking a shot because it's worth taking. And whenever I've seen it, it's always been of the former. What's annoying with these yellow fields is the fact that, yeah, it's great that I've been able to capture them a nice distance away. I was at a nice height, so it made it look like this endless yellow carpet. And I'm sure there'll be more locations over the coming month or two where I'll be able to get some better shots. But I would really love to find is, if possible, where the tracks are created by the farm machinery. You get those lines that lead through the fields. Maybe if I walk in that direction, maybe if I walk over there in a little while, because of course you can see the tractor or the combine harvester, I'm not sure what it is, out in the field. So it might be doing that for me. So before the end of this video, I might be able to get just that, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if I'm lucky enough. If I'm not, there's plenty of time. We're only just into spring now, so let's not rush it. Let's just enjoy being away from those cold wintry months. It's the one negative when you go out somewhere new, you don't know where you're going, is it's easy to get lost. That's the one negative. That's the only negative I can really think of. Relying on this one app that I'll mention in a minute. And I went through a gate, started walking through some woodlands, and I was looking at my map and I thought, hang on, I don't seem to be going the right way. I've come back here and I've started walking along this pathway along. Over there was where I shot that last image for some of these yellow fields, for this rapeseed. And I've walked back I've gone back in completely the wrong direction. And it's just ridiculous how easy it is to get lost around somewhere when you don't know. Oh! Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what that sound was, but I was speaking just a minute ago about the pathways, wanting to find some kind of lines in amongst the rapeseed. Oh, watch your head, Neil, walking through. I'm just walking along that path and I've come across this. Oh my days. You see, if you don't get out, if you don't explore new areas, you won't stumble across these sort of finds. Like, it's still the same electricity pole or pylon, but I've just come along a little bit further than where I originally was. And of course, you've got this line going over to the left, but this line going straight on. I've got a multitude of possible compositions to potentially shoot from here. And it's just by getting out and exploring this. It's not quite what I had in mind when I mentioned the leading lines, but this will do. This will do. This is the first composition that I'm really excited to share with you since the end of the winter photography adventure. Now though, it's all about doing it justice, because I can stand it, I can get excited, I can look forward to taking the shot, getting the camera out of the bag, because we've got this grey cloud off in the distance. I'm kind of reluctant to walk around with the camera in my hand. It's not weather sealed, so when or if it starts raining, I don't want to get caught out and have it get wet and damage my gear. So for the most part, I'm walking around with my camera in the bag so that when I come across a composition, a beautiful looking composition like this one, I can get the camera out of the bag, pause my walk and grab the shot. This, I should add, is supposed to be a 4-mile hike that I'm doing. Nothing too strenuous, nothing nice and light for a Saturday afternoon. But I'm not getting anywhere when I'm coming across shots like this. I'll put it up on screen now. Need to sort the camera out, make sure you're getting my best angle, make sure my hair looks satisfactory, although it's probably a mess, and hopefully I've not put too much makeup on for this YouTube video. Oh, jokes aside though, just having to make sure I'm on a bit of a slippery section where it's still a little bit muddy in places, but I thought I'd best get a move on, because if I keep stopping to take pictures of the rapeseed every few minutes. I won't get anywhere today, and I've even walked a mile in this 4-mile hike so far today. Only a little one for a Saturday afternoon to get some exercise, get out, enjoy the countryside. 2 seconds. Unfortunately, I've brought the wrong footwear as well. I've not brought my walking boots, so I've got to be extra careful when I'm walking on the muddier sections. Don't want to fall over again. That was horrible when that happened at Ashdown Forest. But I want to talk briefly about my secret weapon that I use for days out like this. And it's probably not so much of a secret weapon because there's nothing special. But when I'm organising trips like this, I tend to rely on an app called AllTrails. You get a freeware, you got a payware version. I should point out that I'm not being paid. This isn't a sponsorship. This is just something I thought of. I might as well say while I'm out here. And I thought it would be a great piece of advice if it's something you don't use and you're looking for something, you're not sure where to go, or you're not sure where to go for a walk. The AllTrails app is great because it gives you walks all over the world, not just England, but every country imaginable, or the countries that I've kind of looked at so far. I might be wrong in that regard. And it can give you inspiration as to where to go, how far you want to walk, and you can also navigate. So at the moment, I'm relying on this to find my way around. Let's see, I think, yeah, we're still going up this particular way now, but I'll put it up on screen. I'll live view, so to speak, the app at the moment, so you can kind of see what it's all about, how I'm using it, and how useful it can be. Especially, let's say, if ever you find yourself getting somewhere new, you're not sure where to go, great app to use. Or if you're used to an area and you're not sure where to go and you want somewhere new to walk, great as well. Before I came out here, I wasn't sure where to go today because it was kind of a last minute decision to go out this particular day. And I thought there were a couple of walks that I couldn't decide where to go. So I went on AllTrails, looked around as well, because what's great is when you're on the website, you get photos. Let me just stop the live view if I can find it. Yep, that stopped it. But if you go onto the website, and I'll put a link in the description below, go on the website and you go to the walk that you're wanting to do. It gives you an outline of the route, it gives you elevation as to where you need to go, and people upload photos of the route, so you kind of get a good idea of whether the route's worth doing in the first place. It gives you some good kind of ideas as to what type of image you want to go for. I've just walked up this little bit of a rise, and it shows I've not been out for a while because I'm a little bit breathless, and the hill I've walked up is pretty much nothing. But, excuse me, you can just see, okay, this view probably isn't worth taking. I might well grab a shot because I like the pylon. I think at the moment, coming into spring, coming into the countryside, that might be something I'll find myself shooting quite a few times. But not the worst views in the world to be enjoying. I just hope that rain holds off that appears to be coming up right behind me. You know, I think I'm almost 3/4 into this hike now. I can see over on my right here now, one composition I could think about as I step through the puddles. The weather really doesn't know what it should be doing today. It forecast rain, so I thought, was it worth even coming out in the first place? I thought I'd take the risk. And I've literally just been walking along this here road, or this track, I don't know what it is. And I've had almighty hailstones. It's almost made the ground look like it snowed. Beautiful bit of atmosphere for a couple of shots that I managed to get. The composition I've just come across is this abandoned hut. And we've got all this kind of foreground. I'll swap you over onto the other hand before my hand gets tired. All this foreground, we've got some moss, some mossy logs down in the foreground. Let's go through this gate, and I can see if it's something worth capturing. Just coming through. And yeah, I could use these trees in the background. I've got some pallets over on the left. I've got all this mossy logs in the foreground. So this rundown, this abandoned hut. It's beautiful, and of course, like I say, we're getting some blue skies in the background now. Today, it's one of those English days where it doesn't want to make its mind up, doesn't know what it wants to do. But I think I'll set something up, see what works, what doesn't work as per normal, and I'll share it on screen, this one final image. And that is this hike almost done. I think it's taken about three and a half hours to walk the 4 miles. Let's get all the filming done, all the photography. There's been some great spots to stop and shoot, something I really didn't expect. But I'm almost back at the car. I've had to delay recording this piece because I've had to walk up a bit of a steep hill back that way. And I had to try and catch my breath, really. Just proof that I need to get out and do more of these hikes, especially with some of the projects that I've got planned later in the year. Of course, if you've liked this video, don't forget to give it a like. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you can subscribe, it's always much appreciated. Helps me out with the algorithm that is YouTube. But until next time, bye from me.